in school have negativity in them, and there's been churches and holy temples who have gone against certain books that were written in the past, and they were neglected by society. The churches doesn't believe in freedom of speech and all that, but they were right in the end when we realize all the mental illnesses that are happening in society now, and so many mental blockages and mental illnesses are a big cause of taking one's life, or mental illness is a cause of depression and dropping out of school, or mental illness is present, and that's why emotions should be carefully digested. Like, you don't have to tie, when you're reading a book, let's say, you have no choice, you have to read books for school. When you see a negative emotion, just replace it with a positive emotion, or replace it with good, bad. Like, they went above the ceiling and they viciously tore it apart. Just say they did bad. You don't need to know the meaning behind all the negative, hurtful things taught in school. It's not just in school, but it's also in the media that it's present on the computer. While you're reading, you come across a negative emotion, and you're like, I didn't need to know that emotion. I just brought up a negative thought. And so negativity is, some people need to be in that field. But if you want to heal, then, steer clear from negativity. And this is for healing that I'm talking about. If you want to heal from all the traumas that were taught since birth, and all the yes and no's that shaped a person into someone that is not aware, to attain awareness. That's what I'm trying to teach here, and that's in the meditative state. Being meditative is a gift. It's so beautiful. You have no thoughts bombarding your brain. It's just you and yourself. You and your inner divine, actually, not yourself, but you're with your inner divine. Just imagine you're with your inner divine and think of them only. And because when you're with your inner divine, changes start to happen. You start to see more clearly. You start to view positive resources. You aim towards positivity rather than negativity, and you see the world change. And that's because of your thinking. Your thinking alone can have a big impact. So let's see how much. It's 5 minutes. Okay. And let's move on. So if you do have a bad thought, what should you do, right? So it's not your fault. The bad thought just popped up. Well, slowly but surely, the thoughts will become less and less, and it's just being meditative, aware, according to Ron Byrne, is of the book The Secret, is the ideal place to be. And that's in the meditative state, and which is awareness. So if you do have a bad thought, you should just replace it with a good one. Like, you see someone tripping in your mind and falling into a ditch, you picture someone helping the person up from the ditch and walking to get an ice cream cone with them. Change your stories. you know? You don't have to stick with the negative story. You can change it. You can also think of your senses if that helps. If you wanna say what I see. You want to speak about, think about what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste if you're eating food, and what you uh, which was touch, taste, smell, hear, and feel. Yeah, so and you can go on holy walks. You don't have to tell people you're going on holy walks. Just say, I'm going on a walk by myself, and just practice not thinking throughout the whole trip. Even a little bit, if you even get a little bit of meditation in there, just give yourself a high five, because being aware is the present, and the present is a present, and the past, it's not a defect to not remember what happened in the past. It's actually a liberation. If you really do need to remember things, use a cell phone reminder a reminder app. Yeah, just use a cell phone reminder app on your cell, and it will remind you of things that you needed to recall. And use your agenda to note things down that you have to do. But besides that, there's useless thinking about past arguments, about past rivalries. Just use your cell phone app and reminder app, and you'll feel more at peace that you're not missing out on anything special. You already noted it down as in your reminder app. Um, if really it is difficult to correct your negative thoughts, just let it vanish with you know, fading into nothingness. Let the thoughts just fade into nothingness, and start thinking positive thoughts. It's a very big step for a lot of people who have digested so much negative teachings and think that illiteracy is a crime. It's a defect. It's actually, for a lot of people who are leaders, they don't read the same books as many of the people who are opening up murder mysteries. Do you want to really know how they murdered the person? That's negative energy. You don't need that. And this is offending some people. Oh my God, you're getting in the way of what I like to do with my life. How dare you? You have no right. I'm allowed to do what I want with my time. Then, if you want to have negative thoughts circulating in your brain from those teachings, then go for it. I'm not getting in the way of you doing that. Um, and of course, another thing is, you don't need to give a horrific, oh my gosh, and reaction to a negative thought that's bothersome to you. You can just gently go like this. Gentle, gentle, very gently, and no one really notices what you're doing. You're just like going like that. They can't tell, but it's you disapproving the negative thought. So that's also a tactic that's useful. You don't need to explain anything to anyone. You don't need a dramatic reaction, because that's a lot of negative energy that you're gonna express. You're gonna express a lot of negative energy, and you don't need to add more negativity to yourself. A gentle head shake no allows your energy to be stable. and not all over the place. And, because anger, hatred, fury, disappointment diminishes one's ability to attract good. So if you're hating someone, oh, I hate their guts, and you're just getting all rebellious inside, and so much rivalry towards that person is negative energy, and you don't want that in your sphere. You want to have positive energies and emotions.